Hey guys, so I'm back in my room for Chapter 5, Dinosaur Detective. Outside the window there was a dark swirl of air. The bus copter turned back into the magic school jet. It was a jet? I thought it was a bus. Did it turn to a jet from a bus? I can't follow this vehicle. We got to Jurassic times faster than you could say Pachyrhinosaurus. That's a big-nosed dinosaur. So if you think about it, pachy, like a pachyderm, which is what elephants and rhinoceros and I believe hippos fall under, that category of animal, and rhinoceros, like a rhinoceros, and that's a big-nosed dinosaur, and rhinos have that thing on their nose, that horn thing. What kind of a teacher am I? When the bus jet came to a stop, we all jumped up to look out the windows. We had no idea what we would see outside. "Hey, check this out," Keisha yelled. "I see two white things. They look like eggs." Ms. Frizzle poked her head out of Keisha's window. "Wow," she said, "we've landed beside a nest of dinosaur eggs." "Do you think we'll see some baby dinosaurs?" Wanda asked. Just then she got her answer. There was a cracking noise from the nest. We all piled out of the bus jet to watch. A little claw poked up out of one of the eggshells. Next came a green head. Finally, the baby dinosaur cracked open the shell and wiggled out. It stood up and took a few wobbly steps. "Look, more of them are hatching," DA said. "According to my field guide, those look like baby Diplodocus dinosaurs." Dino data file. The Diplodocus was a big plant eater of the Jurassic period. It measured 90 feet long with a 26-foot neck and a 45-foot tail, and it had a small head, only 2 feet long. Fun fact, Diplodocus swallowed stones to help digest its food. The stones, gastroliths, stayed in its stomach and ground up food. That is not something you should do. Do not eat rocks. Your teeth and the acids in your system, they are already breaking it down for you. That's something dinosaurs do. You are not a dino. Pro tip, don't eat rocks. While we watched, 10 baby Diplodocus hatched around us. Within minutes, they were shaking off their shells and trying out their legs. The Frizz let an excited Liz have a peek at the newly hatched babies. All of a sudden, I had a scary thought. What if their mother comes back? I asked the Frizz. Will she get mad at us for being near her babies? That's a good point, Ralphie. The mother's probably not too far away, Miss Frizzle answered. The babies started to scramble out of their shells. Look, Miss Frizzle pointed. The babies need to find a hiding place before a predator finds them. We followed behind the baby Diplodocus as they scurried off into the woods. Not far from the nest, we came across another skeleton. The Frizz said it was the skeleton of an adult Diplodocus. I pulled my fossil tooth out of my backpack and held it up against the Diplodocus tooth. Everyone else stopped to look too. No match yet. Being a dinosaur detective took a lot of work. And here you can see them with the dinosaur skeleton. You can see all the kids. "Phoebe, wait for us," Miss Frizzle yelled. We saw Phoebe heading into the Jurassic forest behind the babies. I think she had fallen in love with them. We ran after Phoebe. By the time we got into the forest, she had disappeared. We all scattered trying to find her. I ran from tree to tree calling her name. After a while, I got so tired that I sat down against a big tree trunk. A minute later, the tree trunk moved. Then I noticed that the tree trunk had toenails, really big toenails. "Miss Frizzle," I screamed. The Frizz came running up. "Oh my, Ralphie, you found a Brachiosaurus." "Does that mean giant dinosaur by any chance?" I asked, looking 50 feet up into the sky at the dinosaur's head. "No, it means arm lizard," the Frizz explained. "But it's one of the biggest dinosaurs that ever lived." I tried to look up into its mouth to see if my tooth was a match, but the mouth was too high up. Dino data file. The Brachiosaurus was one of the biggest of the Jurassic giants. It grew up to 50 feet tall, 85 feet long, and up to 80 tons. It had no predators and spent most of its time eating. Fun fact, Brachiosaurus needed a huge heart to pump blood to its faraway brain. There's speculation that it had a problem with blood pressure. The other kids joined us in the shade of the Brachiosaurus's leg. We watched as the huge dinosaur worked its jaws back and forth. Do you think it's eaten Phoebe? Keisha asked. Wow, that's grim. Not to worry, Keisha, Ms. Frizzle said. The Brachiosaurus is a plant eater. It's not interested in eating an animal like Phoebe. I'm sorry, she just called one of the kids an animal. I know what she means because people are scientifically animals. So that's why she's calling Phoebe an animal, but I just think it's funny. From the desk of Ms. Frizzle, Dino diets. Dinosaurs were carnivores, meat eaters, and herbivores, plant eaters. There was a higher number of herbivores than carnivores. Some plant eaters had long necks to reach the top of trees and had large stomachs to digest plant fibers. Meat eaters had strong legs and sharp teeth to hunt down and kill their prey. And here you can see we have a food chain. So we have our T-Rex, which is a carnivore or meat eater, which might eat a Triceratops, which is a plant eater or an herbivore. And, you know, they eat plants. So I don't know if you remember, but we did this in science class when you guys, last year, like in the fall, back before COVID. Hey, Carlos, I said, how do you know if there's a dinosaur in your refrigerator? How? Carlos asked. You look for footprints in the pizza. Carlos and I doubled over laughing. Everyone else groaned. Oof, cringe. Just then the Brachiosaurus took a few steps toward us to eat another tree. Get out of the way, Ms. Frizzle yelled. We all scurried backward. What if it sees us? Tim asked. Would it try to kill us? Dinosaur brain power. Scientists can tell how smart a dinosaur was by its EQ. EQ stands for encephalization quotient. EQ compares the size of a dinosaur's brain to that of its body. Scientists believe dinosaurs were not very bright. The dumbest dinosaurs were big plant eaters like Brachiosaurus and Apatosaurus. The smartest dinosaurs were smaller meat eaters like Velociraptor. That's why they call them clever girls. If you've seen Jurassic Park. Ms. Frizzle shook her head. Not on purpose, Tim, she said. This dinosaur is a plant eater and very peaceful. Suddenly, the huge dinosaur took steps in our direction. It might be peaceful, but that much dinosaur could still be dangerous. We all ran. Ahead, I saw the opening of a cave. Come on, I yelled back to everybody. We'll be safe inside. We all sprinted in the cave, but we weren't alone in there, and we definitely weren't safe. Oh boy, I wonder what they found in the cave. Uh-oh. Remember, you shouldn't go into a cave. You never know what could be in there. There could be poisonous spiders, poisonous snakes. You never know. There could be a larger animal, like taking a snooze. Don't want to wake that. So keep that in mind. Cave safety, that's what you came for, right? All right. See you for the next chapter.